are going to get ready to pop off with a good match between Maister and Louis Money. Two guys that, you know, at times I feel like people kind of forget about the fact that they're like that upper echelon. I know
they're so good.
Tony's talked so much about how people are underrating Maister, and I think that people really need to understand that he is, without a doubt in my mind, top 5 in the world for sure.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Louis Money is one of those guys who squeaks by because I feel like I don't see him at a lot of events more often than anything else. But we know he won doubles with Zen, and doing a phenomenal job in singles as well, having constantly like game 5 last hit sets. All the way throughout this bracket. I don't know how he hasn't had a heart attack up to this point, but going up against Maister, maybe that'll be the one that takes the clock one too many times.
Luis is nothing if not exciting, and he is certainly talented as well. We'll see Pokemon Stadium 2 is the start, as it is for many people, and here against Game & Watch, it's going to be big time trying to set up your combos against the paper thin man, because you know that no matter what character Maister is going up against, he is going to be able to take you to 50 without blinking an eye.
I will say player-player matchup from what I've seen of Louis Money here, he is a player that really thrives on that clean neutral game, that whiff punish game, and he does make the most out of his punishes, but I do know Game & Watch is a character that really does struggle to give you openings for that whiff punish. You kind of have to make some reads. I know Louis Money is capable of it, but it might be a difficult player matchup going in against Maister, who's really able to take advantage of players who thrive on that whiff punish.
Yeah, I mean, he's so good at baiting you into situations where you thought you felt safe. He thought he felt safe to pressure Louis in the corner, and he just tossed him like an empty soda can.
Scooped him up and set him out real quick.
Where did the stock go?
FedEx wants to hire, and they're looking at Louis Money.
Our delivery system will be better with him online, and now, you know, he's got to start chewing into this second stock quickly, because Maister is one of those guys that, even though he does rely on you making mistakes a lot, right, and baiting you into those situations, he's just so good at it that you get back to an even stock and suddenly you're like, oh man, now I've got to start playing into his hands again. And he is just so good at finding ways to pressure you without sort of really actually getting right up in your face.
He's got to find one of these whiffs from Louis Money trying to punish him and get something like one of these forward tilts he's got set up on the ledge right now. Immediate. Okay, so that's one thing that players will do to try to get around that bacon, is they'll go for that jump, and maybe if they get one hit in, no big deal, they can jump out of it afterwards, not get caught in the sauce. As we see here, he's going for those jumps. But Maister earlier immediately ejected and went for the forward air to cover.
I was about to say, this idea of air dodging off the stage to get away from the chef is so dangerous, especially when it's directional. For a second, I saw the number 9, and I thought, no way.
Maister is ready to put it all on the line at any moment. He's a gambling man. Doesn't matter if it's in Texas or Vegas.
And he's happy to play the roles sometimes, but right now he's happy to play the lead, and once again, those early percent damages are just so guaranteed. He's so consistent. He's one of the most consistent players with this character, and one of the very few people that just has played one character the entire time and stuck to it, and you can see how much the polish is paying off.
Using that bucket to kind of float himself back towards the stage, gets through the Palutena trap, waiting patiently, doesn't even interact with the shield with that up tilt because Game & Watch is so small.
Yeah, definitely an awkward character to hit in those situations, and look at the perfect spot dodge as well. Maister, and once he gets a lead, it is just so hard to bully him out of it, but Luis is doing his best. He's got the Game & Watch off stage and in the corner, and this is where Palu can get a lot of kills, but this time Maister not going to let himself get yoked so quickly.
Yeah, not another one there. The roll through was a little bit telegraphed. Give him the chair, put him back at the ledge. The explosive flame, though, is a great way to sneak your way back to the ledge and get a kill while you're at it.
That's
140? The fishbowl are coming out.
The fish are not strong enough. Luis is holding on, and Maister on the parry game again. This is exactly what he's so good at, is positioning himself in just the right spot so that you feel like you have an opportunity to hit him, but he's always prepared.
What's crazy, I feel like, is the rapid fire adaptation between these two. There's multiple times where we've seen parries back and forth and then mixed up timing so they can find those hits, get on further in there. And then adapting to the mixed up timing, getting your parries again, getting ready for, pulling out that manhole cover and sealing the game.
Yeah. This is what's amazing about watching high-level Smash like these two are playing, is that sometimes there just isn't a right answer to a situation, and you're really just doing your best to play against the player rather than the character, and that's just what's so phenomenal to me.
Yeah, the fact that it doesn't matter that Game & Watch is so difficult to whip punish if you are catching Maister on his timing out of the shield when he expects you to whack it, you know? So both players going back to Pokemon Stadium 2. We decided that, again, it wasn't the stage, it's just him, and I feel like he's the kind of player to do this consistently. In his set against Stroder last night, it was all 5 games on Pokemon Stadium 2, and I would be expecting nothing less.
Well, and you know, to what I was saying earlier, I feel like it's interesting to see that people aren't taking stages, right? They're not trying to counterpick, and one person could say, you know, that that's down to with the way that the rule set is constructed, right? But on the other hand, I feel like a lot of players are just way more interested in seeing if they can adapt than trying to change up the stage and have to formulate an entirely new game plan. But right now, Luis needs to form something. Maister is just 100% right off the bat, always.
Ooh, goes straight for the up air, juggles. Normally the up air is not going to kill, but Maister is chasing deep off stage. Money finding his way back in center, but man, Maister is so good at boxing. Always goes up in the air.
Close. That's more like wrestling than boxing, if you ask me, but
you know, it depends on the rule set.
Sure, an underground boxing ring might be all right with it, but Luis is trying to get back above board at 154%. Just about anything from Maister can kill him at this point, and it will be the bomb on the platform. That's a really interesting setup right there. If he's starting to see that Luis is retreating to those platforms often, that bomb can detonate very quickly on that platform, and it just dispatched of him.
Yeah, normally it's got to drop all the way down, hit the ground before it blows up, but if you jump up to the platform, it'll blow up really quickly. Up the outer shield, he's going to punish that explosive flame. This time, Maister wasn't caught in his movement, and he is going to stay on again, applying pressure with those bombs.
And now dropping down with that back air as well. Just the aerial pressure from Maister has been so good, where normally Palu thrives being in the air, leveraging some amazing aerials, but Game & Watch has made it so hard, and Maister particularly has not let Luis get any of that setup, and he's had to rely on a weaker ground game from Palu.
Doing a good job. Yeah, Maister has not given up center stage almost at all. Eventually, we do see a back air connect, and Louis Money able to take that, set up his own ledge trap. But typically, Maister has been doing just such a good job of controlling that center, and I feel like that's why we've seen such trouble from Louis Money being able to force a hit.
I mean, and to that situation, yeah, not only can he not make Maister panic, but he's not even making him play around that platform where Palu's so good. And yeah, Pokemon Stadium 2 does have those ever valuable platforms to Palutena, but getting your opponent over there is going to be the hard part, because Maister, sometimes he's just a stone wall that you can't move.
There we go, air to air, the Nair is going to catch, and it looked like we caught a jump there as well, but Maister able to use that key to victory, get his way back to the ledge. He is sitting at a 63%, which most characters I wouldn't call that death percent, but Game & Watch is rather light. We could definitely see Palutena get a read here and even things up.
One jump getting caught with an up air is definitely stock gone for Maister, and you see that Luis is really just respecting the offstage game of Game & Watch and respecting the stage that he can take after just one parry. That's one thing that I see a lot from Maister. Oh, again, the bomb on the platform, yeah.
Yeah, that bomb on the platform being able to detonate so fast, like you were talking about, is really crucial if you see Louis Money trying to play around that platform consistently. Great delay from Maister. Louis Money was trying to go for that read, catching the up B, going above with the big pillar of light.
And that's a good call by Maister to be cautious in that situation, because when somebody just gets their stock taken, that's normally when they feel the need to come out and use one of those options that they've been saving. We haven't seen the up smash from Luis at the ledge yet, so I love that caution by Maister. And once again, not getting caught by that up tilt, and he gets to keep the pressure on.
Finally, a back air is able to plant its spot so Louis Money gets his way down, and this time catching Maister, recovering a little bit above the ledge. You can challenge those hitboxes when you've got that trample attached to you.
Yeah, the invincibility from Palu's back air is just so oppressive, and at times, you know, when Maister's jumping off that ledge, that's one of the few things that Luis can really reliably cover, and he's been clobbering Maister. Oh my God, he was at 30 and he almost died.
He kissed the blast on, but he came back down, sticking at the ledge here. Gonna see maybe a forward throw, just gets all with the jabs, trying to set up a grab release into the dash attack.
Either that or Luis just had an amazing mash.
Yeah.
It's probably a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Oh my God! And column A says Luis has the reads. He was under the platform.
Pulling out the chicken wings, somehow knew that Maister was going to land right on top of him in that moment. And I said it before, Gamer1, he's paper thin. He died at 60.
60%, and it was just off of one committal landing where I guess Luis has been very careful about the way that Maister has been landing. He's had a lot of respect for the key especially, and I think that maybe he's starting to look for, you know, those emptier landings, right? What he can punish when Maister is closer to the ground and doesn't want to commit to a big aerial. That time he got the air dodge and the drift in where Maister wanted to get a commit, but that little stutter from Luis let him get that stock.
Yeah, he is. I mentioned it before, Louis Money not wanting to shy away from those reads. He is a character who really plays off of conditioning.
Yeah, and that's what you do with Palu as well.
Clean nooch all day, every day, and then you get that one big read.
Now drifting in with these nairs, not even needing a read right there. It's just pressure on Maister, which is so hard, right? Because a lot of times when Luis has tried to get up close to him, it's resulted in Maister shielding something, getting a big combo out of it, but Luis is playing a lot more confident than I think he was in game one. Maybe picking up a bit more on what Maister has, and that down smash not gonna sweet spot.
Yeah, if he got that berry, that could have been curtains for Louis Money, but he was just above the ground using that teleport. But he is now going to have to find his feet back on the ground the way Maister set up these juggles.
The juggles have been really, really big for Maister. Even a character with the aerial drift that Palutena has is not safe from Game & Watch. And right there, utilizing that jump, knowing that the chef was still putting Maister in a little bit of lag. And here we finally see some stage control from Luis, right?
Again, the explosive flame is what gives him the opportunity to get back on stage, but the key finally coming down for Maister and taking that first stock and sitting at 80.
I picked a great spot to use the key too, where, you know, we saw last time Luis was really respecting the key and wanted to catch that aggressive landing, and Maister called him out on that lower end, right? Pulled out the key where it might have been a little bit more unsafe, but nonetheless, he was right up close to him and takes this lead once again and just bullies him into the corner.
Just the very edges of those fish, and he is building a huge combo off of it at a max range. Again, trying to catch Louis Money, jump into the platform with that early bomb, and because he doesn't bite, he's stuck in the corner. Maister's able to continue applying that pressure.
And look at that, Luis just knows that that burst range of Game & Watch with that dash attack and those aerials is just something that you have to respect. Now you gotta respect the bucket, which can definitely kill at this percent. Maister will take that all the way to the bank.
So quickly he was able to fill it all up and let it out to punish it. Louis Money again going for a big read with the up smash.
Now trying to get that grab right near the ledge, but Maister is just respecting what that back throw can do. He knows what that back throw do.
Oh, and you know that Louis Money's going for it. He does not want to approach at all. But Maister has no obligation to meet him halfway either. He's got plenty of time on the clock and 2 stocks ahead. And now that jab was a big damage punish.
Maister has gotten 72% off of that one bad jab alone, and that just might be the curtain call for this game, right? Maister up 3 stocks to 1. All he needs is one solid hit, and Space Station Gaming Zone is pulling out the Spaceman helmet too.
Yeah, he is. There is a very little risk to pulling out that helmet. You put on a lot of damage, you got the armor. What attack! But again, he's stuck on the platform where that bomb can detonate so quickly. No sweet spot on the down smash, so Louis Money's still surviving, but we do get that grab, reset the ledge pressure.
Maister just playing it slow right now. He knows that he doesn't need to do anything outlandish. Just grab after grab, chip away at him until anything can kill him, because why not? Don't give Luis any more data in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have no reason to.
Gets the parry, but doesn't want to interact with a multi-hit move, so he backs up. Again, playing very passively, does not want to overcommit. Goes for the key to recover low. Able to avoid the downer follow-up because he's already at such a high percent dash attack. Finally takes the first stock off of Maister, but it's looking a little too late. Louis Money is at 153.
I'm looking at the clock, and I don't even think it's possible, even if you played perfect neutral.
You don't have a lot of time.
No. Got that 7-minute clock now, and it's been making it, you know, that people feel that they got to get up close a lot quicker. There's that early key from Maister, though, that we've seen Luis respecting a lot throughout this match, and now getting caught by the bomb, as he has been a lot. It's just been really good at commanding that aerial zone where Palu loves to try and contest Game & Watch in. And Luis has just been getting caught by it a ton.
Yeah, and at the end there, worst case scenario, if you get a trade, you're still walking out with a dub. That bomb, it's so suffocating because you can toss it out preemptively. Even if the opponent blocks it, you got up in situations where you're plus. You get free grabs, you get free juggle situations. They have to just back up and give you space. They give you space to set up more bacon, more back airs, more room to control the stage, push them at the ledge, and then set up ledge traps.
Yeah, it's really, really tough to contest what Game & Watch can do in the air, even when you are the likes of Palutena. But Luis is sticking with it right now. Louis Money needs to win 2 games in a row here against Maister to move on to top 8.
And finally pulling out counter picks, we're going to Battlefield as the pick.
Can very much be a good stage for Game & Watch. This combo game on this stage is very much vertically oriented, but this is definitely going to help Luis extend his combos where he couldn't before on PS2.
Yeah, get those nairs onto the platform, carry him further, but we're seeing that out of Maister right now, using his own nair, big fishbowl. Very, very happy with the platforms.
Yeah, the big name of this game is going to be fighting your opponent in the air, but not getting yourself stuck on those platforms, because combos just do not end on this stage, it seems, when you're vertical. And oh my god!
That almost killed. That was a sick pickup on the edge of the platform using the explosive flame, converting into the up air, but just narrowly escaping with his life. Maister's got to be sweating off that one.
Oh, and he's going to get clipped by the end of that up smash. Thankfully, he did shield it. He had time, but he is definitely in the danger zone right now. Being in the corner and on the ledge against Palu is so dangerous, and that down tilt, one of the big reasons it can convert into so much.
Good delay on the second one from Louis Money as well, realizing that eventually he had to recover. Going to be recovering into the bacon so that he can just air dodge onto the platform.
Really, really smart stuff by Luis. He's found a lot of really creative ways to get back on the stage, which Palu can do in ways that a lot of other characters can't. And now, once again, you see the struggle when you're cornered against Palutena. What do? This time, Maister just bumping him with that chair, getting back in.
And again, it looks like the way to get around that bacon is just flying to this top platform that's going to be ever present in the ledge trap game now. Maister's going to have to find opportunities to get rid of that neutral B early and make a read on Louis Money's recovery. Going to add more layers.
And now we see Maister being very reactive when he's landing. Definitely reactive to that ledge trap from Luis. Dropped it there and picked up a combo for himself. And now, once again, damage climbing. Should be back to more or less an even game. He wanted the stock.
Definitely wanted all of the sauce. Again, a gambling man ready to go for it all when he needs to.
I respect it in a way where he's like, all right, I can either get a guaranteed 20 that I'll get later, or I have a 1 in 9 chance to literally just put this set to bed.
Yeah, put Louis Money down to the last stock with a little bit of tilt on the way.
I can't believe he did that. But that's not the universe we live in. Louis Money is still playing dead even with Maister right now. But once again, off stage, this has just been the game plan for Maister. Just storm at him, put him off stage, and then pressure him until that stock goes away.
Again, pulling out the bacon, and then there comes the bomb, covering the recovery to the ledge. We've got Maister taking that stock. Great DI, so Louis Money's not able to get the back air, drifting down a little bit, threatening.
Yeah, drifting under the stage too to make it much harder for Luis to actually pressure with that back air dodge on stage, but Maister didn't turn around his grab, and he could have been gone if Luis had gotten his grab.
Man, Luis is going to have to end this stock quickly. He wants a chance to put this to the game 5, though, because Maister keeps putting on so much damage. That is one thing he's had no trouble doing throughout the set.
I'm telling you, he is just so consistent. He used his time over quarantine wisely to make sure that his Game & Watch was as polished as it can be, always operating at maximum efficiency. And now, to prove it, he just needs to get one more stock off of Louis Money to put himself in top 8.
Oh, pulled out the secret sauce, caught him dashing, and in comes the explosive flame. That is one reason why Maister can't just continue dash dancing and disengaging. Eventually, he's going to have to come towards Louis Money. Doesn't have the up down tilt because Maister went just above the ledge.
That was such a smart call out to the way that Luis has been playing these ledge traps. And now Maister still holding on to this second stock and avoiding the ledge trump as well. He says, have a seat and go into the loser's bracket because Maister has secured himself a spot in winner's side top 8.
Louis Money doing his best job to get that ledge trump there. If he was able to catch Maister unaware, get that back air, that would have been a stock taken into the last situation. But Maister has seen those before. He's ready for that. He was able to buffer, hold the direction to push himself back on stage, and then caught the lack of reaction out of Louis Money, still swinging with the back air with his own chair, set him off the stage, and that is Maister moving on in the bracket.
Yeah, and fortuitous that he did it there because everybody talks about Game 4 Leo. Nobody talks about Game 5 Louis Money because that is a beast in and of itself. We've seen it all weekend.
Yeah, Louis Money is a man who could definitely make those reverse 3-0s, a man who, once it gets to that Game 5, he's usually the one who's coming out on top.
He turns it up. He is one of those people that not only does not crumble under the pressure of a Game 5, but pressure makes diamonds, right? He's
Yeah.
one of those guys that just thrives in those situations. He's clutch.
Definitely. He's the guy who adapts super duper hard over the course of a long set. They definitely benefit him because you could see, like, at the end of game 2, I think it was, where he got the big forward smash read, that he figures out habits and he finds ways to exploit at extremely low percents. Game & Watch is one of the characters that is really the hardest to do that against because of all of his evasive gameplay. Normally he can go out for an edge guard, get it down air kind of situation. Yeah, it's not happening against Game & Watch.
Yeah, he's one of the few characters that can really escape Palu's ledge pressure and corner pressure. You know, that's just so instrumental to taking stocks for her, where normally she's not going to get the crazy, wacky setups and confirms that a lot of other characters will, but she's still got a lot going for her, and Luis will hopefully be trying to prove that in loser's bracket, because he's definitely still in the tournament. And you know, he had a pretty good losers run at Riptide as well, if I'm not mistaken. You know, he got I think he won a game in top 8, you know, got 5th there, if I'm not mistaken. You know, he's one of those guys that everybody just, you know, we talked about it earlier. Sometimes people just forget about him because he doesn't travel out to as many events, but he's up in a good region in NorCal, and he plays against a lot of good players, and it shows.
And whenever he shows up, he definitely shows up high in those placements. Definitely somebody I expect to see further in the bracket. Maister, of course, like you said, one of the unsung heroes who is consistently placing extremely well, though, as well. Not a shock to see him move on in the bracket in winner's bracket fashion.
Yeah, he's looking great. And also, if you guys want to get some updates on what's going on in the bracket, in case you just tuned in here, we'll tell you, first of all, that you missed during our